ombudsman on Thursday.
Okay.
The government needs to get involved.
Michael Porter Jr.
Pull his FCC license.
Yeah.
If you put Michael Porter Jr. on it, you gotta stop.
You gotta stop.
Oh my
And
gosh.
you gotta wear clothes when you're
What
doing
is he doing?
What's he doing?
I'm still mad about. If I knew the podcast was that bad, I would have never sent those tweets out about Denver winning. Holy cow, Brew! Don't listen to those.
Don't.
New footage of Micah in his Packers uniform. Here he's in, just jogging, but there's some good footage too, where he looks healthy.
Well, all of a sudden his back is fine.
Well, no, Rappaport is saying there was some.
Here
he looks
look at that.
No, there's a new report that he actually is getting injections, though.
I do love that he's number one, too.
so
Earlier in the week, he donned a colorful sweater and met with the media in Green Bay. He talked about the historic success of the Packers and his place in it. Take a listen.
Winning is everything to me. I don't think you're going to find a more competitive person on the team or anywhere in the NFL. When you talk about winning and the stage of what it takes, I haven't been there, and I don't know what it takes, but I got a funny feeling that, a lot of this history, this program does.
Packers Super Bowl odds under Matt LaFleur, so now they're fifth. It's the highest since 2022.
Since they still had Rodgers.
Yeah, and none of those have worked out. In 2022, they were 8-9 missed. So, Brew, are the Packers officially S-Bob?
This may surprise you because they are my pick to win the NFC. No.
Oh, my God.
All right, because here's the definition as the inventor of the term.
Yeah, of course.
All right, here's the definition of S-Bob. If you don't win or at least reach the Super Bowl, it is painfully disappointing. That's the key. Painfully disappointing.
I didn't realize.
Look, when the Texans or the Texans, the Titans, whoever, don't get to the Super Bowl, they're going to be disappointed. But it is painfully disappointing. And here's the S-Bob teams. Kansas City and Philly, obviously. Kansas City for obvious reasons.
Question.
Philly
is
because
it
they
always
just won
the
it.
people that were just in the Super Bowl, are they always S-Bob?
Unless you lose a bunch of your great players.
Or if your quarterback retires, like the Broncos right after Elway retired.
Or even Peyton.
Casey and Philly.
Yeah.
All right. This is the second group. Baltimore, Buffalo, and Detroit. Because obviously Baltimore and Buffalo, your quarterbacks are in there, hit their prime. They've been knocking on the door. Detroit has been knocking on the door and had some disappointing losses. The next group, and I'll put Green Bay with that, Green Bay and Washington. Washington's I'm just saying the quarterback's so young, it's not going to be probably painfully disappointing. But they had enough success last year, made enough moves where they feel like, hey, we can win the Super Bowl. Green Bay, same way. And this is why I'm saying, Nick, they're so young. For the third straight year, they're the youngest team in the league. So, yeah, they'll be disappointed if they don't get to the Super Bowl. But they're so young, they're going to be like, man, we got something here. We're going to win one next year or the year. I just think they're so young that you're not like, oh, they got to win it this year.
I'm glad you added painfully disappointing to the definition. Because Brew forever, when we've argued about this, has said, you're telling me that they're going to be happy if they lose in the conference championship game. And then I say, well, they're not going to be happy. Everyone's going to be sad. But a week later, they're going to say it was a good season. And so now Brew's added a little sauce to it. So I appreciate that. I still, by the way, not to derail this, would include Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is on that list. They're not a young team. They're the oldest team. They think it's realistic.
And Dallas is always S-Bob.
Of course. That's understood.
Can I listen.
Actually, they're not this.
They're.
To say it.
Gosh, this show forces.
You agree with? You agree with
things.
Why? What are you going to say now?
They're not S-Bob.
No,
they're not S-Barbecue. I don't even remember what that means. And
that's
not
going to take off.
Know.
That's not going to take
But they might be J-Lob.
Oh, gosh.
Jordan Love or bust. Because.
Not to the Super Bowl. Just a great season.
No, what I'm saying, I can't remember a quarterback ever, certainly since we've been doing this show, that had the type of playoff game Jordan Love had, and I don't think it was mentioned 48 hours after the game wasn't mentioned again.
That's right.
Right now, if I say to the audience, hey, how'd Jordan Love play in that Eagles playoff game? They're like, not that bad. 3 picks. He had 3 picks against an Eagles team that at the moment was not thought of as this unstoppable juggernaut, and in that game didn't look like an unstoppable juggernaut. Right. They got better every single round. And that's on the heels of the previous year's playoff game, where he obviously was great against the Cowboys,
Well, I
and
think
then
he
against
gets. Don't you think he gets a little grace because his first playoff game he's great against
the first
the Cowboys.
playoff game he's great against the
In
Cowboys,
Dallas.
but then the next game, they're down 3 with a minute left, and around midfield, and just throws a horrifying pick.
Yeah.
They lose that, and then in the game against Philly, he's bad. And everyone's like, okay, it's fine. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, Herbert's gotten hell for his playoff game. Lamar's gotten some flack for his 2 turnovers. Goff got a lot. Like, he's the one guy who didn't. The Packers clearly believe we've got everything we need because we believe in him and everything else. So this to me, the most interesting person involved in the Micah Parsons trade is Jordan Love. Because we know Micah's going to be excellent. We know the Cowboys are going to be what the Cowboys are going to be. The question for the Packers is Jordan Love good or is Jordan Love great? If he's great, then they are S-Bob, even if they don't,
So when you say J-Lob,
Jordan Love,
do you mean he has to get them to the Super Bowl or he has to have a great
What
season?
I'm saying is if he's the guy that they clearly believe he is, then they are S-Bob moving forward. You know what I mean? Like then they've got everything in place, and he's the guy. That's what I've said.
That's right. He's in that fluid area.
Yes,
He is. I
that
agree
part
with
of
Nick
it
on
is
that.
true.
Yeah.
Is Belichick facing a must-win next on FS1 on the Fox Sports Channel on Sirius XM? That's why criticism is a gift.